Liftoff. Okay, we're ready. Hey everyone, I'm James. I think you know who I am. You've just been staring at my photo for the past 15 minutes, so thank you for waiting for us to start. I'm just gonna check quickly how many people we have, and if you can hear everything okay and see everything okay, it'd be nice if you can let us know in the live chat. Yeah, everyone can hear okay and see okay. Nice. So we have 38 people here so far, and usually we have at least 100 or 200, so let's wait a little bit. Maybe you can start before I start. Let me know what you're most excited to hear or know about today. Because I've been teasing a lot of exciting things in Discord over the past couple of weeks. And I know I've seen already the word merging several times. Yes, power-ups, awesome. Smooth automation of all processes, yes. I'm not alone today. I have all of you guys. Okay, so in 2 minutes, we're going to get started with the agenda that I have. And, you know, I think I'm earlier than most of you guys this time. So as you can see, PipFarm is already running more efficiently. And yeah, I'm doing good, everyone. Thanks for asking. Okay, 72 people. Okay, so I'm going to begin with my agenda. So let's start with the exciting stuff. Something I've been teasing for, well, I've actually been teasing this for a year and a half so far. It's taken this long to reach this milestone. So I'm really excited to tell you about it, and it's the power-ups. So if you remember, and actually you guys see this in your dashboard every single day, power up your trading. Probably wondering like, what does it mean? What does it have to do with PipFarm? Is it just some like random, like jargon? Well, it actually means something. And I'll tell you like where I even got all of this idea from. So for those of you who don't know, 3-4 years ago, I was running a prop firm called Nordic Funder. And I was actually, like, it was a small one, so I was kind of doing a bit of everything, including chatting to the traders in Discord like I do with you guys all the time. So I noticed 11 o'clock on a Friday night, everyone's role in Discord, you have like an activity note under your username. Everything went from like listening to music, Spotify, YouTube music, and at exactly 11 o'clock, as soon as the market closed, everything switched to World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, and I noticed like, wow, everyone is playing a game. And how I wanted to make PipFarm different isn't just with this rank system where you earn points through achievements, quests, things like this, but to give something more and something different. So that is what power-ups are. launching today, we have two. So armor, and I'll talk more about how you get these. There's an easy way to get them. There's two easy ways to get them. So there's a link that Christian will be spamming in the chat, and you click this link, you fill in the form, and we're going to pick 100 people at random to get the first 100 power-ups. And what is it? Okay, so armor. This gives you an extra 1% on your... oh no, I forgot. So we have two, armor and shield. Shield is for the daily loss. So the shield will protect your account by adding 1% to the daily loss until the end of the trading day. So if you've got 4% daily loss and you're running close to it, you've got, 3.5%. So you can activate this power up, and until the end of the trading day, you can hold your position for a little bit longer, and you're going to have 5% till the end of that day. Now, the armor. This will give you an extra 1% onto your max loss. So if you've got, for example, 10%, and again, you're running close to the limit, and there's 1% left, you can activate this, and it will increase to 11%, again, until you reach break even again. So this one stays active for longer. So these are the first two that are launching today. Now, how else can you get them? Surprise, surprise, we're going to have a promo code, and there will be one code for each of them, and you can buy a challenge and you will get one of these power-ups for free. And then launching next week is another very cool one. I'll try to explain carefully because it's a bit complicated. It's called invincibility. All right. Sounds cool. What does it mean? So invincibility stops you from losing for the rest of the day. So it freezes your losses, and you can hold a position for as long as you want. It can even go down to 0. This one only works on challenges. It doesn't work on the funded account, but it just locks in your account so you can't lose anymore, and you can just hold till the end of the day. But you have only until the end of the day. If your position doesn't recover by then, you will breach. So it just kind of freezes the consequences of drawdown for the rest of the day. So these are the first 3, and we're going to have 10 by the end of next month, and we'll probably keep adding more and more. But this is one of the coolest things I think any prop firm has nowadays. So I'm really excited to tell you about this. And probably there's many questions about this, so I'm going to check my phone and see what you guys are asking. Okay, someone's already asking about giveaways. So Christian, we recently did a giveaway for Halloween, and we have many accounts to give away. So we are going to announce the winners now. I'm not going to read everybody's name out, but the winners will be announced now on Discord. Yeah, so when you get a power up, you don't get to use it an infinite amount of times, and you also can't stack them. So you get one in your account, it stays in the chest. You can use it on any of your accounts, but you can't use it on all of them. You have one. You can have more than one, but it's like you get to use each one once, and you use it and it's finished. But when you use these promo codes, I'll even tell you what the codes are now. For the armor, it's armor 50. Armor spelled the American way, ARMOR 50. And as you can guess, you get 50% off, and you get this armor power up. Then shield. So again, shield 50. And this will also give you 50% off, and the shield power up. And then invincibility. I think you can guess what the code is going to be, but it's not available yet, so you can use that later. And the code will last, they're going to be until 2nd of November, so not a long time. Yes, shield 50, armor 50. Okay, another cool question. What about trading your XP? So this is like the first thing that we needed to finish, like what you can trade your XP for. So we need to make the dashboard a little bit more suitable for these extra options. But yes, we're going to have a random chest where you can pay some XP and you'll get one of these power-ups randomly, or you can just buy them. You'll be able to buy them for a fixed amount of XP as well. So for now, you can only get these power-ups with giveaways. So if you complete the form that is pinned in the chat, you can have a chance of winning 1 of 100 and using the promo code as well. So you can get them immediately and you can start using them today, but you don't have to. They're going to sit in your account and they're going to stay there until you activate them. So that's like the biggest update from me, like the most exciting thing. Christian, you spell armor without the U, please. Yeah, so we're going to add some other cool stuff. So you're not just going to be able to use your XP to buy the power-ups. You're also going to be able to convert them for vouchers so you can use them to buy more challenges. And then I saw a question, what happens to your rank? Well, your rank will decrease if you spend your XP. So it's kind of a trade-off that you have to decide if you're willing to do that. So if you're going to, for example, spend 10 XP to get, let's say, $50, then that's going to maybe reduce your rank, but you have a $50 voucher that you can use to buy a challenge, which may actually be better for you. So it's something that you have to decide for yourself, if it makes sense. And yeah, let's not forget all of October to thank you guys for sticking through a pretty, let's say, controversial time, at least on social media with PipFarm. We've been giving double XP for every purchase on a challenge, and that's going to last until, I guess, today is the 30th, 31st, so until the end of tomorrow, end of Friday. Okay, merging accounts. Like let's start with a little bit of sad news. By the way, not related to merging accounts. I just remembered something else. So merging accounts, like we're super close. I just wanted to prioritize the power-ups so that I could like have that to announce today. Merging, everybody knows what it is. You've been waiting for such a long time. It's going to be really nice, but it's not something that's like super exciting that we get to, discuss and celebrate on a live stream. So we're going to have that in a couple of weeks, but it's coming. So something else that is coming to PipFarm is some add-ons. Okay. So in general, you don't need add-ons to trade with PipFarm because we have this rank-based system. So every time you buy a challenge, pass, get a payout, things like this, you earn points. And also the trading quests that we have too, you earn points. And then this is how you increase your profit share. This is how you get higher leverage, all the things that usually you would pay extra for at another prop firm. So all of this is kind of baked into this loyalty experience-based system. But then there's other things that are more discretionary that some traders would or wouldn't want. And a good example of that is swap-free accounts. So if you're a day trader and you don't hold positions overnight, you don't need a swap free account. So why would you see that as a perk or an advantage if you get a rank promotion and get this thing that you don't need? So this is something that actually has an impact on the challenge, has an impact on the funded account. So we're going to sell this as an add-on. So for an extra 10%, you'll be able to add a swap free account so that you can trade without paying swaps. This will be one of the add-ons that we start offering in a couple of weeks. And we have some other add-ons as well. One is, okay, I'm going to come back to that because I already forgot, but we have 3 add-ons coming, and maybe someone can tease in the live chat if they remember. Christian has just informed me that we have a secret code, Roundup, and I don't know what it does, so I can't tell you anymore. Good question about the $1,000 voucher we give at rank 6. So right now we actually don't have any products that cost as much as $1,000. So it's kind of a bit of a, a false like benefit or perk, because I think the most expensive thing we have right now is $800. So what happens to the other 200? Let me think about it. And no, we don't have any 100% vouchers. So, Marsha, I see your question, and it's something that I'm going to get to in a minute. I'm just going to go like step by step with my agenda, because there's context behind all of the things. Okay, so we're going to have a swap free account, and we're going to have should be some hold music or something while I'm organizing stuff. So I'm texting Santosh. Let me just like explain right now what I mean. So Santosh, remember we have 3 add-ons that we're going to start selling. They were decided weeks ago and they're being developed now. So I don't know why I can only remember one of them. So I need you to go back and check our conversations or check Jira and remind me what are the other 2 add-ons that we will be offering. Because remember, there are some, yes, thank you. But yeah, but don't send me the tickets. Can you just like write them for me so I can read them, please? But yeah, that's what I meant. Thank you. Okay, so we'll also have an add-on where you get to skip minimum trading days for the classic challenge. And what is the other one? Swap free accounts, yes. And what is the other one? Thank you. Yes. And there will also be an add-on where you get a challenge fee refund as well. So these will be the 3 small add-ons that you get to add onto your account. These are the things that not everybody wants, so this is why they are optional, and they will be added during this month as well. So I'm sorry that was so hard to get out, but this is one of the many things that we've been working on recently. Thank you, Santosh. By the way, one more cool thing that we can do. I see lots of people saying that they need just 1 XP or 2 XP to be able to get to the next rank. Everyone who completes the power-up form, so I said that I'll give 100 power-ups out, but we can give 1 XP to everyone who completes the form as well as a little gift. So that anyone who's missing that 1 point that they need, they'll be able to get it. Okay. I just saw that Diego mentioned MetaTrader. So let's talk about trading platforms. I have some sad news, and for the time being, I've had to put the Match Trader and Trade Locker project on hold so that we can focus on other stuff that I think is more important, like improving the internal operations. So for now, there are no projects currently being worked on for adding another trading platform. So for now, we're going to stick with CTrader. I know it's not everyone's platform of choice, but I have to say it is a very good platform. Also, the temporary issue of not allowing trade copiers, this has been resolved, and now you can continue to use trade copiers. So even if you do prefer another platform, you can still copy your trades to your PipFarm CTrader account. So anyone who was waiting for us to add another platform, just rest assured, let us know, or we'll reach out to you to do refunds. And you don't have to keep waiting for eternity to know if and when we're going to do it. You have your answer now. There will be no other platforms being added in the short or medium term future. Okay, so that's another update. What's interesting though, because we do the surveys, which by the way, you have 2 more days to complete our survey for Q4 25. Next survey will be in January. This time we asked about trading platforms, and now the sentiment is shifting towards MetaTrader. But I remember one of the very first surveys that we did, almost everyone said that they preferred CTrader, which was really interesting. And it just shows how the industry changes over time and how people's popularity adjusts over time as well. And it's very interesting that a year or a year and a half ago, everyone's favorite was CTrader. Before that, it was MetaTrader, and now it's just kind of shifting all the time. Yeah, you can use trade copiers, no problem, guys. And by the way, the secret code, is that for Gleam or is it some kind of discount? I have no idea. Okay, by the way, any questions for topics that haven't been covered yet? And Christian, if you have anything from Discord as well, you can just send me in Slack and I'll check. Okay, so time to change topic. So, yeah, sorry I missed the last roundup. Usually we do these every month. I was actually in Cyprus for 5 weeks, so I completely missed the other one. It was like too inconvenient to be able to set all of this stuff up and the project that I was working on. But I know a lot of you, and I appreciate a lot of you have endured some unideal operational experiences with PipFarm, and I know that I've addressed those weeks ago. I know that I've made promises weeks ago, and something occurred to me while I was working on this new project. Like, why does PipFarm get more not hate, but let's say judgment? Like, why are there so many more angry people at PipFarm than other companies? Like, why, where is this misunderstanding? Like, what's different? What's wrong? Because to my knowledge and to my team's knowledge, like the stuff that we do, review accounts, give feedback, all of that is the same as what other companies are doing. Maybe it feels different. And I had to figure out why, and maybe it's obvious to other people, but it wasn't to me. So why, what is different about PipFarm in terms of the payout process and the review procedure? And what I realized is something that I thought was a really good idea in the beginning, because it gave this clarity, this consistency, and we could kind of plan around it, was Friday payday. So payouts are every single Friday. And then we made this definitive statement, this clause, Friday payday. So then everybody just thinks that there is this kind of not guarantee, but it's definitive, right? And then the problem or the expectation that I had is that we had 7 days or 6 days, let's say, to be able to review accounts and make sure that there were no soft breaches or no strange behavior, and be able to address it before the day that we all know is the day that is coming, is Friday. It's the same every week. It never changes. So this on paper seemed like the most incredible idea. For me and my company, it's okay, we know what we're doing on Friday, right? We have a job to do on Friday. We don't have to do that job all the other days of the week, so we can focus on other stuff. Really seemed like the most ingenious idea. But then there's this communication aspect, which is you reach profit on Monday, let's say. So you stop trading. So you're waiting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then on Friday, you get the news that we found a soft breach and you violated one of the requirements. And obviously that means you have had 4 days of not having feedback, when with any other prop firm, you make a request and you get a response. That scenario is where the disconnection is. So what I thought was something that was clear was actually creating this vacuum of there not being clarity. So how does that get fixed, or how does that get resolved in a way that everybody gets to be happy and comfortable with the situation? So Friday payday is definitely something that we became known for. So it is a hard thing to want to change or do something about. But the how I've disserviced you guys is by having this feedbackless scenario, right? You think you've met the requirements, because why wouldn't you? You're not reviewing accounts like my team does. So you've got these days where you're not trading, waiting for your payout, and then we turn around and say, oh, but that day doesn't count because of this glitch or this reason. There's a lot of reasons that it could be, but the expectations are not aligned anymore, and it feels like we've taken something away from you because for several days you've been expecting something. So I don't think that we're doing anything worse or different to any company except for that time vacuum where nobody knows what's going on either side, and we're just kind of waiting for the end of the week. So what can we do to address this? What I first wanted to do and how I thought it would all be resolved is by automating everything. But I can see that my pace is not going to be fast enough for your patience. So it's time to do something a little bit different. So I spoke about add-ons a minute ago. And, in some ways it's good to be to carve your own path and to be different from your competition. But I think when it comes to the most important thing of this business, which is paying traders, maybe this is not the part of the business where I should try to be different, right? These other things like power-ups, a loyalty program based on experience, quests, okay, this is where you get to be different about the experience. But ultimately the product, which is selling challenges and paying the successful traders, doesn't need to be innovated and doesn't need to be so creative. So we're going to start changing this, okay, to make things much simpler and go back to this more traditional request response system rather than it all being based on just a day when things get reviewed and checked. Because it's clear that almost all of you are unhappy with this system. So how is it going to work from now on? We're going to start with Friday payday, and it's going to be similar to how other companies are doing it. So by default, payouts will be the first Friday of every month. So it's going to be like a 30-day payout system. Then I mentioned about add-ons. So we'll have add-ons. So then you can have an add-on where you get the first and the third Friday of the month. Then there'll be an add-on where you get every Friday of the month. So we're going to go and follow this more traditional path because this is what other companies are doing and don't have so many complaints and don't have so many disputes and don't have so many upset community members, because this is causing a huge amount of pain and frustration, like not just for you guys, but also for me, for the company, for the team members who have to be trying to be in this complicated and confusing place in the middle where where both parties are right. Like that's the weird thing about this is according to the agreement and the terms, the company is right, but according to the expectations, the trader is right. And then you have two people who don't agree, and this is just a road to nowhere that we can clearly see needs to end ASAP. So this is the epiphany that I've had over the past couple of weeks while I've been trying to work on a new system. This new system that I keep promising about is almost ready, and it's going to give you instant feedback about everything. So we're just waiting for one more week for that to be up and running. We did launch it. There were a couple of bugs, so we took it away. Those bugs are going to be fixed, and then it will be running again next month. So this is the new vision for how the payouts are going to work. They're going to be less frequent. There are going to be options to increase the frequency, and they're going to be smoother. So this is the whole point. So again, the misconception that I had before was fast, fast everything. Everybody wants everything fast. Everyone wants everything now. But when you try to do everything as fast as possible, that's when mistakes happen. That's when you miss things. That's when, you just start to take on more than you can handle. And that's definitely something that I'm guilty of over the past couple of months, is promising so much. And, for a while we did a great job with it. But apparently the stamina wasn't there and the consistency wasn't there. So it's better to take a step back and figure out, okay, maybe we promise less, but we give more. And I know that sounds slightly contradictory, but what I'm trying to say is I need to understand what I can actually give and promise that and give that. Not try to keep up with the same promises that I made in April and May when the team was bigger, the environment was bigger, was different. So yeah, it's about having more realistic expectations, because what is more frustrating than waiting is waiting for something when you don't know when it's going to be. So this is definitely something that I'm aware of and is being addressed and will actually be resolved from next month. So this is like the big thing that I wanted to get off my chest, because it's not, I was speaking to someone the other day and they asked me, like, are you happy with everything? And no. But it means that we can get better. And there are many ways that you can make everything better. And it's about having this relationship and this cooperation and the willingness to want to support each other. So this is what, like, the epiphany that I needed to have while I was designing all these systems, because you have to think really hard when you design technology, because everything is connected to like other parts of the business and people have to use them. Your colleagues have to operate those systems, and they all need to be user friendly and communicated to you in a way that is like simple to understand. So a lot of thought has gone into this new model, and I believe that now we'll be able to give clear expectations going forward, and you're going to we're all going to know where we stand. So we won't have these like battles every week when we point something out and, you know, you rightfully feel bad that we could have told you. Not that we knew and we sat on our hands and ignored it, but like still we could have. If it was automated, we could have. And this is something that I've been desperate to finish and deliver. But time is always of the essence. So now we're kind of changing course a little bit, but I think it's really important to just have the clear expectations with all of this stuff. And yeah, I guess there's probably a lot of questions. So I'm going to check my phone now and see what you guys want to know about this. And what would also be very cool, just to change the tone slightly, I would really like to know how these like live events could be more interesting, because I had loads of ideas, like maybe we could do call-ins and like ask people to like come and ask questions, and I don't know, I'm sure we have some technical things we can do to hear people. And okay, question about the full automation. I don't remember, like I can't see the timestamp of when this was asked, and I think I kind of addressed it already. But basically, we're at the end of this week, so during next week we're gonna try to relaunch the automated system, and this will eliminate the need for any manual reviews. Like, we will review the technology performance, not the account performance. So anything that's like a max risk per trade idea, all of this is going to be automated. And if you breach it, you'll immediately get an email notification telling you about that. So you won't be waiting until your payday to find out if anything went wrong with that rule. So, you know, when I started, we automated everything that was there in the beginning. But obviously, as the company evolved, there was this like delicate dance of building cool features for traders, the unique experiences that I wanted to give you to differentiate PipFarm from the competitors. Then there was also things that we had to do to support the internal operations, like to make the admin dashboard that we use to, like something goes wrong, we need to investigate to make those tools better. Then also like internal, like fraud monitoring stuff, people using other people's credit cards, which again is a problem that happens way too often. So we have like a lot of things that we need to manage on a daily basis. So then there's like energy that gets, like resources that get put onto fixing those issues, or not fixing, but creating solutions for those issues. So there's a lot of resources that go into things that are not, every month we have to prioritize what we're going to do. So now we're prioritizing this issue, which is just having a much clearer product that we can commit to offering. So things will become much clearer is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I see your comments, and like everything, we gradually improve and change. So I'm making this tweak to the system with the add-ons as well. And this is just the first step. But something you guys probably already know about PipFarm is we are, I have my own technology team. We're innovating, we're building new things all the time. Yes, we got into a bit of a stalemate with this risk system that I'm building now. It took longer than I expected, much longer, but the new version will be launched next week, and it's going to make everything much, much more seamless. And by the way, now I can divert this to a more fun topic. You guys are saying what about add-ons? Why should you why isn't this thing the standard or that thing the standard? So with the power-ups, you're going to have other stuff. So this is where I should exercise the creativity, not on other systems. So the basic system should stay the same. Where should I be creative with the perks, the additional things? So one, which will be coming next month, will be called Imposter. So you will have a power-up in your dashboard, and the Imposter will make you an imposter of a rank 6 trader for the next period of time, or maybe for the next payout. So a rank 6 trader has 99% profit share. So that means that even if you're rank 1, if you have the rank 6 imposter power up, then you can get 99% profit share on that payout. Then we'll also have other power ups for having a payout on demand. Then there will be another power up for a checkpoint, so you'll be able to go back to a previous point. Then there will be, so we have invincibility, checkpoint, imposter, rewind. So rewind will allow you to go back to the previous trading day. So you basically erase all of your performance from today, and you start again as you were at the start of the day. Then there's eraser. So you're going to be able to delete the last trade that you made. So if this, for example, was a trade that made too much profit and it blew the consistency score, you'll be able to erase it and go back. Same if it was like a losing trade. Let's say you lose 2% on a trade, you can erase it. By the way, only in the challenge, you can't do this on the funded account. So the eraser, what else are we going to have? There will be one that allows you to erase. Okay, it's like a long list. Like we came up with many ideas. So all of these power-ups are going to be gradually released this month, and we're also going to be giving a bunch of them away every time we release them. So make sure you follow or just be in Discord. And I saw also a question about the Discord and joining Discord. So if you have a PipFarm account, you're automatically entered into the Discord. So we have this system where our Discord server is actually integrated with the dashboard. So it means that you get your rank roles shown in Discord, and you can automatically enter if you have an account. Okay, so it's been 50 minutes so far. And let me check the comments again. Saw a question from Will about PFM. So first thing, you don't have to use PropFirm 1 trade copier anymore. You can use any. The issue that was preventing us from allowing trade copiers is resolved. So that's totally fine. And then about traffic. Actually, PipFarm didn't get much like awareness, I would say, much traffic. Okay, so questions about slippage and questions about the guaranteed stop loss. So this has taken a little bit of a backseat with the guaranteed stop loss because what I found from the most recent survey is that there was much more demand for swap-free accounts. So this is why that's being launched much sooner than the people who thought that there was actually an issue with slippage. So slippage is like possible, and it happens, especially on gold at the moment, but it doesn't look like that's something that is as demanded as something like swap-free accounts, because there is actually like a religious element to it as well, why people cannot pay swaps when they trade. But I do still think the guaranteed stop losses are very cool. The reason is CTrader is one of the only trading platforms that offers it. So, and this was like, again, it doesn't matter so much anymore, but it would be a complication later when we do add more trading platforms, whether it's in a year or 6 months, but we would not be able to offer a consistent product across different platforms. And that's also something to worry about. Okay, a question about the 5K cap, because the argument for that before was that it is weekly payouts. So everyone will have the option to be able to get an add-on. And this is actually something that I missed earlier. So with the add-ons, we're actually going to also allow you to not just spend your XP on power-ups, but soon there will be like this full economy. So your payout can be used to buy challenges, your payout can be used to buy power-ups, it can be, your XP can be used to buy challenges, your XP can be used to buy add-ons and power-ups. So there will be like this full economy where you'll be able to do all of these things. And then the question about the cap. So the cap is always lifted when you're consistent. So if you have your consistency score at 30% or lower, then you'll like the cap will be waived for you. So that still stays. But then further changes, we're gonna gradually add new features, but not as defaults, but always as incentives and rewards, community-based achievements, loyalty-based, things like this. because this is one of the key aspects of PipFarm that I really, really want to not just grow, but really hold on to. How this company is completely different from competitors. And about events. So right now, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes to make all experiences even better. And yeah, it kind of makes no sense when we have this experience program and not all experiences are incredible, let's say. So for the events, I can't wait to do more in the future, but get used to more digital events like this one. And what I want to do is find ways to make these more exciting. So would love to know your thoughts on how you guys would like to maybe even participate in this. So Will, if you're asking, like, how would you want to be involved? Would you want to call in and ask me questions? Would you want to like give some ideas before of like topics that you would like me to go into? Maybe it can be like, yeah, something even more personal. So let me know. And yeah, really, it has been like an hour. So I'll try to answer any questions after in Discord. I do have a train to catch and the internet kind of sucks on the train. But yeah, I'm going to be sending an email to give you like the cliff notes of this as well. And we can keep talking about these changes and how I think they're going to make everything better for you and also for us, and to make sure that we are able to deliver and meet your expectations, and also make sure that you have loads of fun trading with PipFarm. So I'm gonna just check if I have any shout outs or call outs from Christian. Okay, to answer the question about the kill switch, this is executed really fast. Like it works like I don't even know how to describe how fast it works, like milliseconds. Like, so maybe I'll even explain a little bit, because not a lot of people care about this, but I think it's really cool. So what my system does is we take events from the trading platform. So whenever you open a position, we receive a notification that this account opened a position, what was the position, what was the symbol, all of the details about it. Then in my system, I also open a position and I remember the exposure, and then we subscribe to the trading platform and we ask for prices. So it starts streaming prices to my engine. And then we are basically recalculating equity inside of our system. And there is very little latency with all of this, because the type of technology that we use is the same as is used inside of a trading platform. So the latency should be incredibly low. And if there is anything wrong with the kill switch in terms of latency, then it's not by design. And then the question about US traders. Yes. So just to be like super clear about that, we're sticking with CTrader for now. We're not turning our back on the, we're not completely abandoning the Trade Locker project. We're going to come back to that later. But for now, it's not a priority because there are like much bigger things to address. And also, I think we should focus on improving the overall experience and competitiveness, especially with the features that I was discussing today, the cool features like power-ups, and yeah, make everything better before we start trying to take more market share, go to conquer new regions. Like the key message here is to like not overpromise, to not promise more than you can give, and to like know what you can give. And this is the like what I wanted to do here is kind of like reset the expectations, because I know that not just me, but like the tone that I had 6 months ago was like, we can do anything, we can go anywhere, like But now it's like time to be more realistic, because I can see and you can see that that's like not the case anymore. But it doesn't mean that you can't have an incredible time trading with PipFarm, and you should. And it should be more personal, and it should be more like interactive. And I'm going to be more available to work with you guys in Discord and talk about stuff, because when this company got way, way, way bigger and we had like, tens of thousands of active traders, it was, there was no way that I could be on the ground and interact with you guys in the way that I'm doing now and be aware of all the issues that I am aware of as I am today. So, and I'll even share like one mindset change. Like, I thought that there was no point in having a small prop firm. Like, you had to be big, you had to be massive, but that is not necessarily the most rewarding type of business to have. So I'm really optimistic and excited about the feedback that I have from you guys today. And also, I'm optimistic and excited for the future that we have, like all the ideas that are coming to life now that were ideas I had like 2 years ago when I started this company. And I just remembered like one small story that I could even share. So I think it was like almost 2 years ago. I was here in Prague and I interviewed the first person for PipFarm who I hired. He was a developer for Deutsche Börse, and even though I hired him, he actually resigned. He got his job back at Deutsche Börse, and he did something that I didn't expect. He was like very, very sorry about it, because it was like my first employee. He like felt really bad that he promised, to take the job, and in the end, after 2 weeks, he said that he was going back to work at the other company. And it kind of like left me in this very complicated situation. And he said, no, I'll find you someone. Like someone good. I'm like, okay, thank you. And then he actually did. And the first person who I hired was actually, the second person I hired was recommended by the first person. And that was 2 years ago here in Prague. So little story to finish with. And it's exactly 1 hour. And I'm really grateful for everybody who tuned in, asked questions, and I'm going to take a short break and then I'll be available in Discord to chat more. But please be kind to my colleagues. Like, everyone there in Discord is working really hard to, explain stuff, share knowledge, share information. They're overwhelmed as well. They're tired. And it's my job to align all of our expectations, which is what I hope that you take away today. So thank you so much. And remember, we have awesome promo codes where you can get the power-ups: Armor 50, Shield 50. Remember, Armor spelled the American way. We thought it would be good to have a shorter promotional code. We're going to share them on social media. You're going to be able to see the power-up cards. And thank you so much, and see you soon, everybody.